first of all, work with location. So location is a spot where you'll be shipping from and to. We'll go United States. I'm going to go California, Sacramento. I think this is Bob's location. Spelled it wrong. Add a location. So there we go. Just for fun here, I added a location map. So it uses Google Maps, and it just brings up all the locations. And up here you should see the newly added location. You can come here, and I'm going to take San Diego, where I'm from, and I'm going to do an edit on that, and it brings up all the voyages that either originated from San Diego or go to San Diego. And from there you can drill into the activity. For example, here's Aberdeen to San Diego, and from here you can see what I called attached cargo. So this is the cargo that's been attached. Not attached cargo is potential cargo that could be attached. And then you have your voyage legs. The legs are Aberdeen to San Francisco, San Francisco to LA, LA to San Diego to complete those laps. So that's locations. Work with voyages. Voyages are kind of what I'm calling shipment. I hope I have that right. These are voyages that I've already created. Let's create a new voyage from, let's call it Bob's shipment, Sacramento to Hamburg, Germany. And description, that is not required. You'll notice I've marked required fields with an asterisk. Voyage ID will auto increment. The origin, then, we should be able to see Sacramento. There it is. Once I update that, then the routes available. I'm going to go Germany, Hamburg. Departure on the 15th. Arrival on the 20th. That's fine. This vessel shipment is going to be 6,000 square units. We'll add that voyage. Once I have a voyage, I can either add cargo. So let's go ahead and add some cargo. This is potential shipment of stuff. So cargo is stuff that you're going to ship. And so let's say Bob is shipping his books, his computer books. Books from US to Germany. And these are going to go out on, let's say, they'll be ready on the 13th, and they need to be there on the 22nd. So that should fall within the, or was it 22nd or the 20th? Let's just go, it needs to be there. Yeah, okay. So if it needs to be there by the 22nd, it's there by the 20th, we're fine. So we're going to go, this voyage, cargo, needs to go from Sacramento to Hamburg as well. So we're kind of matching our shipment with that our voyage that we just made, going to Hamburg. Now I could actually even notice as I do that, it finds Bob's possible voyage for me. If I would go somewhere else, notice now that's not available. So it's intelligent enough to dynamically determine based on the route whether it's a candidate. So let's go back to Hamburg. We're not going to assign it to Bob yet. The size of this stuff is, let's say it's 80 square feet. We're going to go ahead and add. So now we have books right here is what we just added. No, that's not the one. Oh, okay. So since we have more cargo than showing, we have kind of a sub-file. Notice here the next. So if I go to the next set of Chicago or cargo, here's our latest to Bob. So now we have cargo and we have a voyage. And let's go ahead and work with our voyages. And the voyage that we just created, actually this is the same thing. I only have this paged by 10. So I'm going to go to the next, and here's Bob's shipment. I can hover over it and it'll show me the cargo. Now I can either work with it. This is edit, copy, and this is display. So let's go ahead and work with it. I'm going to hit edit. It brings up the header information here. So here's the information. Down here in a tab format are your various related activities. So for example, attached cargo. There is no attached cargo. Not attached cargo. Here is a candidate that could be added to our voyage. It matches the origin and the arrival. Okay. Right now it's not taking into account the size. I have to build that in yet. So right here I can say add to voyage. So I'm going to attach or assign that cargo to Bob's shipment. Now if I look at attached cargo, there it is. So now this voyage has one piece of cargo assigned to it. Not attached, there are no possible cargo that match our shipment, our voyage. Voyage legs, maybe I should have set this up before. Legs are the locations in between origin and destination. So let's add a leg. It defaults to Bob's shipment where we were. The load location will go Sacramento. Load time, this is a timestamp that we just created. We'll do that on the 14th. The unload, we're going to go down from Sacramento to LA. I'll go ahead and add that. I guess I should have a unload time. I haven't worked a lot with that yet. So we'll add that leg. So Sacramento to LA, add another leg, and this is going to be LA to Hamburg. And that time will be 14th. Should get there on maybe the 16th. We'll add that leg. And now we have Sacramento to LA, LA to Hamburg. I guess if there was additional ones, we could add them in. Events. This is the handling events. So add an event. The cargo that we are dealing with is Bob's Books. The location was Sacramento. And we did a load. And we did a load at this time. Started it at this time, completed it just a couple minutes later. Add an event. Okay, so there's the load event now in perhaps LA. I probably should have this restricted to only the legs that are possible. I didn't do that yet. But we're going to do an unload or maybe a transfer in LA. And then from LA, we're going to do a unload in Hamburg. Okay, so we basically went through the entire scope. There are some things I need to double check as far as completion times, making sure everything's set up. But now if we go back to our map, let's do this. Go back to our map. Let's find Sacramento. Actually, yeah, well, let's do them both. Go Sacramento, What's our activity at Sacramento? Take a look here. Here is Bob's information, his legs, attached cargo, etc. Let's go back to our map. Let's go over to Hamburg. This is where we just shipped Bob's books. There's Bob showing up. Hover over him, shows the books that were assigned. I can edit that. Now we're looking at the very thing that we just created. I can see the legs. Ooh, I gotta attach events in here. The attached cargo, etc. So that's where we're at. At this point, we're at about 4 hours of work, and I still got to add in some logic, and we'll add in some additional features here.